This is a tiny camera, and I'll be using it to cheat in this build battle, turning any build extremely tiny. Will I be able to beat my friends?
Ancient civilization.
Okay, good luck, guys.
I'm building Kipley's house.
What?
And now in my hand is a tiny camera. By taking a picture, on the picture you see that little dot? Yeah, that's the cow, because he's been turned completely tiny. Meaning any builds we take a picture of will become extremely small.
In a Kipley civilization, we gotta have the cherry blossom trees.
Now it's gonna be kind of a struggle to kill you, don't mind me. Goodbye evidence. Now for the first build, it has to be a pyramid, because what else would be in an ancient civilization? And like I thought, it doesn't need to be anything too crazy, because by taking a simple picture, this build has now turned into this. Okay, seriously, what is this? This is exactly what I built. But you might be thinking, how do I get inside? Well, luckily I can take the picture of myself. So by zooming in, I'm now becoming tiny. And I can head inside the tiny pyramid that actually looks super cool. Oh, my friends don't understand what's about to happen.
Look at this gorgeous pyramid we've made.
Meaning, once I go back to normal size, you guys can kind of understand how tiny this actually is. Now, why is there grass on my side? What is going on? Yo, what is Pepper making?
All right, we're just going to keep adding these like jungle tiny trees. So it looks like we just got a bunch of shrubs everywhere.
I feel like pyramids are just normal in ancient civilization. Now, as cool as the build is on the floor, I want to make an altar in the middle. Because now that I have this in the middle of my build, we can move the pyramid onto here. And it's going to be like the civilization is right on top of a viewing platform. But what every pyramid needs is a statue of the Sphinx. Now, honestly, that isn't too bad. And I feel like in tiny form, this could look really cool. I should give it a little bit more detail.
Maybe we'll have little stalls here.
And with that, I think it's good enough to take a picture. And now this beautiful build has turned into this. That's why it doesn't need too much detail. In tiny form, it looks crazy.
Thinking we put like a cool like staircase right here.
Now let me move the tiny build onto my little platform and put it like that. We now have two Sphinx guarding a nice looking pyramid. And the way this is going, I might need to extend this platform. But there's no one living here yet. And this is kind of where the villagers come in. Because by taking a picture, normal villagers have now turned into this. And as you can see, they have weapons. Because if I was to go a little bit smaller, you can see these are the guards of the pyramids. The people of the ancient civilization guarding this entire village.
Oh yeah, just throw this bone meal all over the place and it's gonna look so good.
And honestly, once I'm tiny, this looks really cool. Well, you guys can stay there and guard your area. Because in the meantime, I'm going to check over on Kipley's side. And she's going for a girl's ancient civilization.
We're gonna have 3 different dyes here.
But if I go a little bit closer, she has a bunch of sheeps here. And boys are better than girls, so I'm going to be taking a picture of her sheep. Just so they go from this to this.
What?
They're so tiny.
Why did my sheep shrink?
Kipley's probably confused.
What's happened?
Well, either way, the next thing we're going to be making is a coliseum. And along with a coliseum, I'm thinking a simple ancient house. And honestly, there doesn't need to be too much detail in the actual house. Maybe just some leaves around this area and honestly a bed inside. And hopefully this is just glass. So if I take a simple picture of both of these two builds inside will turn into these crazy tiny builds. Honestly, like I thought, even if the detail is bad when it's bigger, once it becomes tiny, the build looks actually really cool.
This looks so sick already. We are gonna so win this thing. It's not even close.
And by simply moving it to my little arena, the ancient village is starting to look awesome. Because once I'm tiny size, the Colosseum's big enough for an arena where we can have a special boss fight. And the houses themselves look really cool. Like we've already got someone moving in. And since I added a bunch of them, it's really starting to feel like a village.
I'll also put some sniffers in here, because what the heck?
But we also need to work on the outside of this build. So by using a simple world edit command, I can add a sphere around the civilization. Okay, like seriously, this looks really cool. Because by simply fixing the floor, this looks amazing. It's completely isolated from the rest of the world. Around this area, I want to add some moss blocks so it looks a little bit ancient. Because as much as the tiny world needs to look ancient, the outside does too. Because I have some tough competition.
Yo, that looks actually so sick. What the heck?
But a build to make my friends confused is going to be a small maze. That's because they'll get confused looking in. And it really doesn't need to be anything too crazy as we've learned. Okay, with that, the maze looks kind of better. Yeah, I don't know how this has turned into this, but I will not question it. That's why tiny camera is so good. I'll be taking this and heading into here.
All right, yo, we actually cooked here.
All right, we've stolen part of his build now. We just gotta Kipleyfy it.
Now, I am curious what happens to TNT if I shrink it. So for that, I'll be going over to Kipley's side, and I'll just be placing one TNT and taking a picture of it. Meaning this one piece of TNT has turned into that. And you can really see the TNT detail on the top. But will it light? That's the question.
What was that?
It did!
Where are you, huh? Show yourself! it's totally pepper.
This might be a little bit broken. Can't believe I was just testing. I'm sorry.
I'm sick of it.
I don't want to mess with Pepper because I feel like he'd be the most sus. So I'll leave it for now. I just have a few more builds I can actually add to this.
Wait, this is so bad. He's actually gone crazy with it.
At this point, I'm thinking of maybe adding some Greek temples inside. And it might not fit the pyramid theme, but I think it could just look cool for ancient civilization. So by filling in the roof of this build, that honestly just looks like a giant desert well, taking a single picture will turn this little blob that is probably a really bad build. And now we have something like this, which honestly looks kind of cool. So we can move it over to my ancient sphere. And with that, this build is almost complete.
I think we have such a lead with our build right now that we can just like dedicate the rest of our time to just blowing up everything.
What happens if I try to shrink a pyramid even further? Like, this is already very tiny, and for some reason it looks so much better on the tiny camera. But this turns into, there's nothing but a tiny build, and I can place it everywhere.
All right, now to get a bunch of bees.
Okay, seriously, this build is pretty much almost complete. I think one of the final touches I want to make is a meteor, because I think adding a meteor in the ancient civilization would be really cool, like it's about to explode the entire build. So let me take a picture and turn this into a beautiful build like this. This looks crazy. It's miniature, it's awesome, and I think it'll fit that build. So let me move it over and place it right there.
Watch the panda. Watch the panda. Keep your eyes on this panda right here.
Okay, that's awesome. I think this place is almost complete.
What was that?
Boom! Smell you later, panda.
I wonder what would happen if I just bone meal this area, get rid of the tall trees, just add the small grass, and some cute little flowers. The tiny civilization is done, meaning I need to work on the area around it. And that's where I like Kipley's idea of a river.
This is gonna be the cutest civilization ever. Look at this.
So if I dig out a small little area, I could totally make this into a pond, because I like the idea of having some axolotls in here and some carpet to show that it's actually a really cool build. I'll also make it seem like it's not completely two-dimensional and flat. I spent so much time on my tiny build, my big build looks kind of really bad. So for the purposes of science, I will be copying Kipley's build, just like I paste one there and paste one right here. Okay, I should completely fix this up. So you can see Kipley's face 2. We are the winners. Let me get rid of the evidence that I completely stole this.
What else cute can we add, huh?
I'll change the magenta concrete into white concrete and the purple concrete into red. And since I don't think I have much time at all, I'm just gonna place a bunch of saplings around here.
I wanted him to be like holding the cherry sapling, but I don't necessarily know how.
And yo, wait, for some reason, just adding acacia trees instead of the normal like oak or anything, it makes this build look actually a lot more insane. Now I do need to open this area up. Now it might look like I only have 2 builds here, but it's honestly good enough. Meaning now we're to meet in the middle, so we could vote for the best build.
All right, boys, come into the ancient civilization of the Kipley Cute Kingdom.
It looks pretty up to date to me, Kipley.
Yeah, it looks pretty fancy.
This looks like a Barbie playset that released like this year.
No, okay, we got vines and things around. See, we got this little river going through here, of course.
Oh, fancy, fancy. I like it. I like the villagers just chatting to each other.
Yeah, and of course, since it's a cute kingdom, we have to have frogs.
Very cool.
We have sniffers and tiny sheep.
Wait, there's no sheep.
Tiny sheep.
Bring out your magnifying glass and look really close.
Oh my god, I see him. Wait, yo, what?
If you walk over here, we have this little overrun temple, but the pandas have taken it over.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
little
like
baby pandas.
this. I keep forgetting pandas are in the game.
We have, of course, our honey production, our bees.
Nice.
Is this just a glass pyramid?
Yeah.
And then a normal big pyramid?
With your head on it again.
Yeah.
Either this is your kingdom or they hate you and want to behead you.
No, they love me. They love me.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I think an 8 as well. That sounds good.
Let's go.
Alrighty, so follow me down into the cherry blossom jungle,
Ooh.
where an ancient build resides, once inhabited by villagers that only sold tulips for some reason, and they were really overpriced, which kind of led for the downfall. You know, that's kind of why it's ancient.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so they were here living peacefully one day, 20 minutes ago, when all of a sudden the pillagers attacked. But what they didn't notice was the suspicious gravel sitting in the middle.
Ooh.
And then you come down.
There's a full Iron Man set.
Hidden future tech with an Iron Man suit.
What? What?
Yo,
Yeah, and then that's it. I guess now that you're Iron Man, you can fly around and look at the rest of the build.
this build is
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, I love this. I love this giant tree.
Honestly, nah, Pepper, you've outdone yourself. This is a 9 out of 10.
You know what? This gets a 10.
Yeah, 10. Woo!
Okay, welcome to my build. It's kind of cool, kind of simple. We have 2 pyramids instantly.
Hey, yo.
We all wanted the pyramid theme.
I know those aren't your pyramids because I stole them from Pepper and then you stole them from me.
Wait, you stole them from me?
Yeah.
This is, all right, everyone come
What?
down here. Everyone come down here.
All right.
And now you slowly walk up.
All right, this better make it because so far this build sucks.
Voila.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, what? What is this?
Kippley, don't step on all the villagers.
Wait, there's villagers? Oh my gosh, you're right. They're tiny like my sheep.
These guys are hilarious. What? Yo.
Look at all this. You got pyramids. Ah!
Wait.
Now we're all tiny. And you guys can fully understand this entire build.
Wait, when it's so small, there's actually so much.
This is so weird.
Look at the normal size blocks. They look so weird.
This villager is a guard. He has a crossbow. He's ready to fight in the arena.
There is also a meteor.
There's a
What?
meteor? Oh, it's in
Oh
the
my
sky.
gosh.
Yo.
Oh, it's going right for the coliseum.
We have the Sphinx statues. We also have tinier pyramids, if you check.
Yo, this is so cool.
Oh, so it's kind of like a little museum too.
Yes, like a yep.
I love the tiny builds. They're so cute as well as cool. So this gets an 11 out of 10.
I'm also giving an 11. This is crazy, but I am stealing your meteor. All right, and round 2 is giant.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Now you might be thinking, I have a tiny camera. How am I making something giant? And it's simple. First, I just need to make an average looking house. And this should be more than good enough because simply taking a picture will turn this looking weird house into this beautiful house. And honestly, this looks really cool because if I duplicate it to make some sort of village, it already looks awesome. And this might be the opposite of giant for you guys, but I'm going to make Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. AKA, these houses are going to be tiny and the other house is going to be average. Now for the next one, I just need to add a bunch of trees around here. And since I don't need to crate the trees, I think saplings should work, or I hope these saplings work. Otherwise, this would have turned out really bad. But now we have a bunch of tiny trees, almost like the place is encased in a forest, which is perfect. Now, I don't want anyone to copy the vibe I'm going with.
All right, there we go. Now we got to build the flame.
I don't think they are, because I think Kipley's making just a giant campfire, and Pepper's making a giant TNT.
We definitely need to, like, get this built before anyone notices.
Now, for Jack and the Giant Beanstalk, another thing they had was a castle. And the castle itself doesn't need to be anything too crazy. I can almost make it look like a crown with a nice little roof at the top. We can convert this really bad build into something beautiful like this. But it's kind of far away, so I could definitely move it a little bit closer so it looks a little bit nicer. And I think if I go tiny, I can go inside and see the detail. And inside there is a throne with a little viewpoint of the entire area like a king should be.
Now let's see. How do we get some smoke going here, huh?
In the meantime, I should check out these houses too. We have some melon farms, and upstairs we have a bed. Okay, this village is looking awesome. I think we make one more different style of house, and this time make it a long one.
All right, yo, that's actually perfect. Okay.
And hopefully this looks pretty good because right now it just looks like a block of cobblestone and spruce. But the tiny camera hasn't let us down yet, and I don't think it will either. This is exactly what I wanted. And is this a pool? I don't even know. I think it just might be a hay farm. Either way, we can add it here and make it look cooler, because like that, our village is pretty much already complete. Because look at the images of what I built, and then look at the actual creation.
And then if we break this block, make sure there's TNT there, and then set a button.
The only thing now to make is a beanstalk. And that seems simple enough, because I don't know how much better you could get from this. But to create something like this, and even though this is tiny, I think I can keep on stacking them to make it bigger. Giant beanstalk is now complete. And on top of the beanstalk, we need some sort of cloud. And this cloud just needs to be big enough to actually have the person. On the cloud will low-key just be a simple villager house, because the giant is going to be a villager. So let me add the roof, some small details. And like that, we have a villager house and a crafting table. It gives me time to actually fix up this cloud. Oh, this looks awesome when now that I think about it.
Our Cyclops needs some clothes.
A last minute detail is going to be just add some shops around here and just add a few more trees so it actually looks like a little secluded area. Because once I'm tiny, this is what it officially looks like. We have some cool houses with some beds. We have a little weird wheat farm, a place where you can sell the shops to villagers, and right here is the beanstalk. And now that we have some sort of civilization, this build's pretty much complete. So let me go back into normal size and hopefully I don't step on anyone. I simply add a villager inside and close the door, meaning now we have to meet in the middle.
All right, come over this way. I have made a giant cyclops sitting around a campfire.
I like it. You know, you really took giant.
This is cool. I like this.
Yeah, and you can compare how the campfire looks to like the actual campfire. I think I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I do like the campfire you've got going here.
Yeah, I think the fire's pretty cool. And then of course, you know, Fred looks awesome too.
He's got one buff arm and one tiny arm.
What kind of a cyclops is named Fred?
Don't be mean to Fred, okay? He's just trying his best.
He is crying.
He didn't like what I had to say.
It's so weird to see a cyclops cry.
I'm thinking an 8.5.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, I will back an 8.5. This was actually really cool in the time.
Let's go.
Yeah, listen, I remember seeing TNT. I remember seeing TNT being built.
Wait, what do you mean you remember seeing TNT? What do you mean?
So, let's take a look over at Kipley's side and see what's over there.
Kipley!
Yeah.
No!
Kipley, there's a giant
Yes,
TNT on your
I
side.
made-
Wait, what did you do? Oh! Fred! I would have given this a good rating, but you've destroyed my build. You get a -3.
I'll give you a 13.
No!
Okay, we head over to my side.
This is Quiff side.
Yo.
Wait, the tiny builds again. Are we
Whoa.
shrinking? Can I murder Pepper?
Please, I'm so far. Yes, we shrunk at such far distances. I'm safe.
If you guys come over to me,
Wait, I'm coming.
as you see,
Oh my gosh.
we have a village.
Yo, this is sick.
Trees, we have forests everywhere.
Little farm.
If you check on top,
Look at the villagers.
there's
Hey
actually
there, man.
beds.
Wait, really?
Wait, there's beds?
Look.
That's still cool, though.
And then you head over here and you realize, oh, this is a peaceful looking village. You've got everything
Yeah.
you need. You got more houses on the left with wheat farms.
Oh, that's actually so cool. What the heck?
Ooh, that's cute.
You've got the residents, which just be vibing, you know.
Oh, cool. This place is sweet.
Yo, it's a throne.
Look at the glass. That's so weird.
And now you might be thinking, this is supposed to be a giant. What's so giant about this? Well, I don't know if any of you guys have
Right.
realized what this story is, but
Oh. Wait, I get it. It's Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the giant beanstalk.
Jack and the giant beanstalk. Jack and the regular-sized beanstalk with small people instead.
No, we're normal size. This is giant. So if we head up all the top,
I'm climbing it.
so we head all the way to the top.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh, this house is massive.
Exactly like a giant, and what's inside is an actual giant.
That's insane. And then look
We
at
just-
the house. I can go under the bed.
Oh, this is so cool.
This gets a 10.
Yo, Quiff, you gave me a 13, so I'm giving you a 13. And I'm also going skydiving.
Yeah, you guys can stay tiny because you suck. I am the winner.